I'm Michael, and I'm here to introduce you to the stage that we're at with the building. People keep on asking lots and lots of things about it. This is the main entrance. As you can see, it's under major refurbishment, new doors, etc. The steps all have to be refurbished, and out here will be the main sort of area where the guests can assemble and take lovely shots of the wedding or whatever. So I'm going to take you around and show you the state that we're in at the present time of renovation, etc., etc. But as you can see, it would be a miracle if this is ready by October next year, but apparently that's the date. So this is going to be the main front entrance driveway. There'll be another small gateway to the left of the main gate, and this will have trees aligned. I think there's about 30 or 40 trees altogether that we're planting, and it'll go straight up through and into your main area. So we've come up the driveway, and this is the main entrance to the bistro just to the right there. There'll be a glass atrium and double doors there, and that'll be an open viewing kitchen for all the services of the bistro and the function rooms. We've uncovered these sort of caverns down here, and it's been deducted that they were all watering holding tanks, because apparently there were no wells here. The rock is so hard. There's two big layers, a soft layer and a really, really hard layer. So I guess they piped it in from further up the village. This is going to be the main entrance to the reception area, which takes you through to the function rooms upstairs and to the main toilets and shop. That will be a glass atrium there. All this old wall will come out, and it'll be undercover here glass. And this delightful area here is going to be the reception desk there. It'll be also the cash desk for the shop, which is going to come through that wall there. And this will be the main sort of meeting place to go to the historic house, and also to the toilets and big function room at the back. Well, you'd be interested to know that actually that wall comes out. It's a huge pile of rubble that we've had to stabilize, and it'll take about 3 months to cure, and then it'll come out, and that will be the main entrance here. And then the big staircase, which is we call our Sherborne carbuncle, that English heritage love, of course. London's got one, so I don't see why we shouldn't have one. Anyway, we have to make the best use. It has to stay here, so we'll probably get local artists to paint it up in interesting colours. This is a Victorian pantry that served the private dining room there, and we had to sort of put it all back as it was, so there'll be copper pots and etc., but modern equipment just behind there. And then, again, believe it or not, this will be a private dining room for anybody who wants to hire it. We're redoing all the paneling, as you can see. All these walls, like this paneling here, will be beautiful silk, handmade, and I believe the manufacturers are doing work at Buckingham Palace and that type of thing. This room, of course, will also feature part of the year as art galleries. Let me take you into the main historic room, where you'll enter from the front door, which is well, there are 6 major historic rooms. Unfortunately, it's all blocked up at the moment, as you can see. And there again, there'll be beautiful silks on the wall, and this is where the brides will perhaps be, or will have special events, or and at least 5 or 6 months of the year, it'll be used for selling and showing artists off, particularly local. which we're very keen about. Just as a matter of interest, this is where we're refurbishing all the old shutters. Beautiful, they've done a beautiful job there. And then this was all rotten, and they're recreating that, and it'll be almost indivisible from the original. The craftsmen are absolutely fantastic. Stonewood have got probably the best people. This is actually going to be a library, small dining room, but it's the main thing is it's off the historic staircase, where brides can come in and get ready and that sort of thing and meet their guests in the main hall. We've got an amazing antique dealer in Patrick next door who's going to help. There's lots and lots of volunteers that want to help us. I'm going to take you through this door, which is where the historic staircase is. And it was painted by the very celebrated artist Thornhill. He did, I believe, Chelsea and some of the other major houses. And apparently he came down here to do the staircase. Aren't we lucky? This is one of the other sort of very interesting buildings, which is going to be totally dedicated to the arts. We've got a lovely sort of skylight, which is going to be new glass and reclaimed. And we're just sort of fixing the walls now because all the plaster was coming off, and we've exposed this wall here, and we want to leave as much as we possibly can there, and there will be exhibitions here. So this extra room here is off the main artist's room, and it was a terrible, horrible low ceiling, and we've managed to get permission to take that down. It was a sort of a very sort of 20th century type thing, and expose the wonderful timbers up here. There's going to be a kitchen and some toilets and that for everybody working up here, and this will be the main centre for organising everything, offices, that sort of thing. The east wall here was almost completely collapsing. The roof had gone and all the water was coming through, and we discovered huge cracks. So we've had to stabilise it all, and the scaffolding here obviously is for the workmen and the stabilisation. It will be taking about 2 months really to dry off. And this is the main room on the first floor, and as you can see, it's starting to undergo and show its renovation. It'll be used for art displays for part of the year. It'll be used for functions, probably 50 or 60 people sat down. The back wall there we can use as a cinema, and there used to be huge beams here sort of propping up things, and we've now managed to be able to take it away and stabilise the whole floor. We're uncovering, amazingly, this old fireplace here, and we've discovered that it's actually the original and lovely marble. We've had to sort of start taking off the paint that was covering it up. Not sure when that was done, but the workmanship is absolutely fantastic. These guys really know what they're doing. And on these panels here, there will be a red burgundy silk. This was historically called the Red Room, and the other rooms are similarly called, but Green Room and Purple Room, etc., etc. And we're going to recreate exactly that. It will have some gold leaf on it, and these are just trials, but that's just the undercoat. This is what they used to call the Purple Room. So these walls again will have silk on them, and then bring it back to the sort of Georgian period as it was. I would love to take you up on the lift. We're on the first floor at the moment, and we're going to go up to the very top floor where we've got the serviced offices. So this is the top of the staff stairs, and you can see where the repairs have been done, and it's actually worked very well, really. So we're now on the top floor, and they're just about finishing the panelling. And as you can see, they've replaced or repaired lots of the actual floorboarding. Still work to do on the fireplace, etc., etc. But this is going to be serviced offices up here. So people can come in for a day or a week and work at offices. Hopefully, a lot of them will be associated with the arts. Yeah, so we're coming from those lovely offices, and then this room here will be a seating room, chilled out club room, settees, things like that, where people can chat and meet and talk about the business of the day, I suppose. So the idea with this great big huge wall, and it goes right down to the bottom, right to the top, we could see that as an art installation and hanging wall art, monthly sort of shows, this, that and the other, and also mobiles could be quite interesting. So I'm just going to stop on the stairs. I know it's a bit of a rainy, mucky day today, but that's the outline of our wine pavilion, where we'll be doing functions up to about 250 people, and those are going to be stores, and then all this around here is going to be landscaped up. The gardens are not gardens, it's going to be a sculpture garden, and get commissioned artists to come and show their ware. So we're coming through here from the main reception and shop, and believe it or not, this is going to be a courtyard open to the sky, gents' toilets there, a super ladies hopefully here, and then this is going to be our big function room, which will be for artists and also weddings, etc., etc. And that'll be the wine room, wine pavilion, and over there you can just see the openings. That'll be where the kitchens, the main kitchens, are going to be to service this area. And then the believe it or not, all that's going to be landscaped up there, and it's going to be a sculpture garden for local artists, etc., to show their beautiful ware off. So this is the Bistro Cafe, and in a year's time I expect sort of people to be sitting down here enjoying a nice sandwich, etc., etc. That's the main door there, although it's all blocked up at the moment, and there's a huge amount of work. As you can see, the floor will need a special sort of filling with concrete, and then through here this is going to be a shop going through to the reception. There'll be a walkway through there, and this will all be full of merchandise from the local artists, and there's sort of glass, ceramics, that sort of thing, and hopefully all this will help pay for the upkeep of the main building. So this was the old coach house garages, and this is going to be the main kitchens, wash up, etc., etc. Interesting enough, we've got photographs of the old graffiti on the walls. Obviously, it was used for an artist studio by the girls' college at one stage, and we're going to reproduce them and actually hopefully get it on the tiles on the back of the kitchen. So it's more or less staying in place. They've done a jolly good job, and I wonder where those girls are now. Perhaps they might step forward and illuminate us on the goings-on in this place.